Now, let's see what's happening in my team. Out of position, 2-packs have now dropped.
And the 76ers showing off their style as they arrived at the arena today. No shortage of fashion sense in this group. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The giant fist of Joe Louis announcing Detroit as the setting of our broadcast today. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Pistons. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, there's the 76ers, a half game back.
And checking out Detroit, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
Well, yeah, Greg, I mean, they had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college, but a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Simmons and Smith are your 1 and your 2. Embiid is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Durant in at small forward. And for Detroit, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Smith is out there with Conley. And it's Robinson in at the 3. Now Smith, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. And then Smith with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Oh, the floor is the general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
Pass to Durant. From the wing. That one a little long. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots. Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
Simmons, rebound, Detroit.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
And Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Oh, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complements each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade. Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Now here's Embiid. The 3 from KD. Conley grabs the miss. Griffin attacking. Second shot opportunity. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Simmons passes to Durant. The 76ers with another miss. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Simmons, and he drops it in from the low post.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
Simmons. Here's Griffin. That doesn't go either for Griffin.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And the shot goes in. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
Conley gets the bucket.
The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Simmons. Rebound Andre Drummond. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here's Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Fantastic awareness from the big man. Drummond has an impressive understanding for when his guys have clean looks.
Bobbed up there for Embiid. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Stauskas inside the line. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, Jay. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Al Farouk Amino is out there with Beasley. Then there's Caspi. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Stauskas in a shooting guard. Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Griffin's checked in for John Lure. Robinson comes in for Brown. And Smith subbed in for Luke Kennard. And he sinks the second. When you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you have? And you were special. But so you've got to have a very special category for this one, I'm sure.
Well, thanks, kid. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop. That as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber.
Thanks, man.
Here's Caspi. Robinson with the block. And it's Smith penetrating. And that one, good. Smith's got his first points of the game.
Ferocious on the drive. Smith just using his speed on that play.
Stauskas, the pass to Beasley. Simmons on the wing. From the line. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade, many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
Livingston. Here's Griffin. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the timing Griffin has on the glass, he seems to know exactly when to leap up for rebounds.
Beasley outside. Simmons on the wing. Back to Beasley. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
Sensational instincts in the pick and roll. Simmons, he excels at taking what the defense gives.
Smith kicks to Livingston. Back to Smith. The 17-footer. Aminu grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Stauskas' shot is off. Griffin down low. He's covered by Aminu. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, this is a close game. Every point matters. Right now, they're not getting to the line much. To win this kind of matchup, you got to be the aggressive. You got to be, you just got to be aggressive. Let's just see if they can ramp up their intensity, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Philadelphia with the ball. They host the Spurs after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Conley out there with Smith. And it's Robinson in at the 3 slot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Just 5 on the clock. Smith for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's it. Wow, hammering it in.
Unreal athleticism. I mean, for a bigger guy, Embiid really knows how to drop the hammer.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom. And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Here's Conley. Drops it in from 11 feet. Conley's got 7 points.
And you see the confidence, even amongst the trees. Conley possesses a cool head.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Griffin finds Smith. Detroit, no good that time either. Philadelphia leading by 4. A floater. Here's KD. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They are just killing them
on the interior.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Pistons. And stolen by Simmons. It's Durant on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would.
Conley's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And Millsap slams it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
And we've reached the end of the third. 76ers ahead. They lead by 8. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And here's Livingston, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Durant. Al-Farouq Amino is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Stauskas in at the 2.
Oh, well, one interesting fact about Sean people might not know is that he was named Mr. Basketball in Illinois in his high school days. That's an honor he'll always cherish.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Simmons the bounce pass. Embiid. Second chance shot. Can't hit from in close.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
His second person, second team.
Free throw good, Livingston. Here's Stauskas. He kicks it to Simmons. Releases from 15. They get the rebound. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The pass to Livingston. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stauskas dishes to Simmons. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
This is where Simmons likes to shoot from. And the closer he is to the rim, the better.
So the wing on the left. Embiid against Lure. Brown outside. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heaves.
Shots good by Durant.
The rhythm and the poise that Durant has when getting ready to catch and shoot is second to none in the league.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. On the wing, Brown. Puts up a 3. Aminu grabs the miss. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Inside. Stauskas' shot is off. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 7. 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Present our Jordan player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
A fader. Rebound by the Pistons.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
From down low. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And so it's Detroit with the ball. They trail by 7. Conley's shot is off. Robinson against KD. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
So Philadelphia wins it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how did you guys get this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Yeah, you guys played your best ball at the end and got the win. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.